Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'll be teaching you how I created this simple B2B flyer design. B2B is business to business flyer design. It's just to help other businesses to be able to pitch to other businesses or organizations concerning their products. So I created this green design and I didn't want to show you the back process of how I came up with the idea. Just a simple flyer. So I will be recruiting using I'll just be recreating the design. This time around I thought to change the color to pink. So this is me bringing in the first material. It's a leadership flyer, and I was just bringing something that represented leadership, and that's like chairs. So I started to bring this image. I converted it to a smart object, and I reduced the size here because it was not the main focus of this. I just wanted something in the background. So this is me sizing it up and putting it in just a little part of the image of the canvas. So I changed the blend mode to luminosity and I reduced the opacity. The next thing I'll be doing is adding layer mask and just reducing the sharp edges. So that was me. I reduced my flow and I reduced the sharp edges there. The next thing I did was create a new layer. That is Ctrl+Shift+N. That's the shortcut for creating a new layer. And I brought in the main shape that will be behind the image. So I gave it a cool pink color. You can copy the color code. That was the pink I chose. And I removed the stroke on it. So the next thing I did was bring in a triangular shape. I just bring in a triangular shape. I also gave it the color code, the same color code, and I removed the stroke there because we don't need the stroke. So I was having issues trying to round the edges, you understand? So I didn't know where the settings went to and I wasn't ready to start looking for it. So I just went to the previous image and just borrowed the shape there. You can see in the first design I had already rounded the shape. So that's what I was doing there. I was just going to borrow the shape, the well-rounded shape, and just imported it into the new design. So that's what I did, and I copied the color and I deleted the first rectangle. So this was like me cheating. It was allowed. So that was the shape I was going for. So the next thing I did was to create another new layer, and this time around I wanted to add noise to the background. So it's Ctrl+Shift+N, and I changed the blend mode to soft light and clicked on the 50% gray, and I converted it to smart object and added noise. Just follow my screen, it's pretty simple. So I've added a bit of noise to the background so it won't just be plain, and I held shift and I grouped the layers, and I'll be naming them background. So we are almost done with my background. So the reason I'm grouping them is just to make the whole layer neat and easy to access. So I'm bringing in my image. I got this image from ChatGPT. I actually got it from ChatGPT. So I right click and click on horizontal to align her very well. I wanted her hand to be visible. The hand she held up to be visible. I converted it to a smart object and we named the layer. The next thing I'm doing is to go to camera raw filter and just brushing her up. Oh, okay, I removed the background first. Sorry about that. And I went to camera raw filter. I wasn't able to record the voiceover while I was designing it because of the noise I had around me. So, and my screen is so tiny I can hardly see what I'm recording over. So this is me in camera raw filter. I've been reducing the exposure because the image is so bright. And adding texture and just can copy my settings. Although this is not a one size fits all. Depends on the image you are working with. Some images need their exposure to be increased, while some need their exposure to be reduced, and it's just a matter of judging with your eyes. The next thing I did was to add tints. Since the color we are working with is pink, I added a little bit of pink to the image so that there will be a form of color balance. So I added a little bit of pink there. That was before and this after. You can see there's a significant change to the image. So I added a little bit of curve to the image itself. It was a little bit too bright for me. I clip masked the curve on the image. It does not affect the background. So that she's not overly bright. And I group the two layers together and name it. So the next thing I did was to add drop shadow to the image because I felt like the image was just flat. So I added shadow to it. At this point, let me leave you to enjoy the video. I think it's pretty basic and easy to understand if you are a little bit familiar with Photoshop. So if you have any other questions or if you want me to clarify anything, can drop your questions in the comments and I would attend to them or make another video on that. So till then, thank you very much. And if you've not subscribed, you've not liked, you've not put on your notification, kindly do that so that you will know when you will be notified the next time I'll be dropping another valuable video. And don't forget to like my video, drop a comment, and I really appreciate it. See you in my next video. Ciao.